Good morning and welcome to today's vlog. This is going to be prep for Thanksgiving / a happy Thanksgiving vlog. And I do have to say this is one of my favorite seasons, especially because it's my birthday month and I love the fall, even though right now it's probably 30 degrees and we are well into the winter season. In fact, it's probably snowed quite a few times. We've had a couple winter storms. But anyway, this vlog is going to be, my eyes tearing, is going to be all about prepping for Thanksgiving, cooking. I'm going to be making the turkey, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, and pie. Jeff is on stuffing duty. He's making rolls. And he's making like a jello dessert thingy. And comment below, please. Let me know down in the comments. Does your family enjoy that jello dessert with the marshmallows? Do you guys eat that? I wasn't raised with that on the table. And I know it's kind of like a very polarizing topic. And I would love to hear your thoughts if you guys eat jello for Thanksgiving. So I'm on my morning walk. I just finished with my leg workout, wearing my wrecking vest under this per usual. Got the dogs, and it is a very crisp, chilly morning. My hands are freezing. I'm listening to a podcast. It's one of my favorite things to do, is listen to podcasts, and I'll leave a few of my really favorite podcasts down below. I just love learning as much as I can about different topics. I listen to random podcasts about like the economy, about the housing market, like just different things. And then I'll throw in obviously some like comedians in there. I'll listen to Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan. And then, of course, my most favorite genre to listen to is health and wellness. So I'm going to continue walking. Hands are numb. So I'm going to put them back in my pocket, and I will bring you guys along with me for today's vlog. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Mixture. There you go.
I'm going to do some prep for my mac and cheese. These are all of the cheeses that I'm going to be using. So I'll give you a quick rundown of what I'm going to use. I've got Gruyere. I have Tillamook extra sharp cheddar. I have this. I never used it before, but it's supposed to give it that kind of creaminess, that rich base. I think it's pronounced butter cos. I don't know. It's from Wisconsin, so that's what it looks like. Butter case. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then I got some Fontina, which is going to make it extra creamy. So I'm going to do just a little bit of prep. I'm probably going to grate all my cheese. That way, all I have to do when it comes to preparing, like on the day of, I might even prep like my entire mac and cheese the night before, and then on the day of Thanksgiving just bake it. So I'm just gonna like pre-shred everything, so that way I don't have to worry about shredding it later in the week. And that's what I'm gonna do for prep today. And then I was thinking, because I have got my pie pans ready to go, I was going to prep one of the pie crusts today, which is graham cracker crust. I feel like graham cracker crust will last a long time, especially if I put it in the freezer. Like, it's just graham cracker, sugar, butter. So I might do that today as well. And let's get to shredding. I think that's like my least favorite part in making mac and cheese. I'm not very good at it. I feel like my arms get really, really sore, really tired. So Okay, let's figure this out together. Let me get my grater. Always buy fresh cheese and grate it yourself when it comes to mac and cheese. Do not buy the pre-shredded kind because those come with starch. This cheese is just falling apart. It's so creamy. I'm just gonna label these bags with the name of the cheese so I know exactly which cheeses I'm using. Okay, here we go, on to the next cheese. I'm just waiting for my computer to update and I'm installing Google Chrome. I had to reset my laptop because it was running really slow, and so now I have to reinstall certain applications. So I'm trying to log in and do some prospecting. Many of you know I work in real estate. I'm a working mom and I work from home. And so I try and do a lot of my work while my son is napping. He's currently taking a nap and it is 2 o'clock. And he is, he naps for, like on a good day, 2 to 2.5 hours. So he'll probably wake up in about an hour. So that just gives me barely enough time to prospect and just to kind of do a little bit of work. But yeah, super exciting stuff happening. I work for DeLand Group at Berkshire Hathaway Monarch Beach office. For those of you who are unfamiliar, I work with my parents in the business. I'm going on 4 years now that I've been a licensed real estate agent. I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. I love the fact that I can kind of set my own hours. I can choose how often I want to work. I can choose how much money I want to make. I love contributing to our household. I love helping people. I love everything about the job. And we just sold a property in San Juan Capistrano, so that was a big win for us. And then we just signed on a new listing in Dana Point. So if you guys are at all interested in purchasing or selling real estate in Orange County, California, I will leave a link to our website down below. But I am just sitting on my bed right here and I've got my computer and I've got my monitor and I'm trying to figure out how to. Google Chrome would like to access files in your downloads folder. That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to it here. I don't have much time, so I'm gonna get to prospecting and I'll chat with you guys soon. All right, I have made my graham cracker crust and now I'm just peeling my apples. I am currently prepping for my apple crumble pie. So I'm doing kind of a different variation of an apple pie. I'm doing graham cracker crust and I'm doing a crumble topping instead of the standard pie crust, the double pie crust situation. I wanted to do something a little bit different, and especially because my husband and I both love graham cracker crust so much, and we love sort of that like streusel topping. So I've got 2 Granny Smith apples. I've also got about, let's see, 5. These are, what did I buy? Fuji's. Fuji's are great. They are super sweet. I like Fuji's and Gala apples. I figured I would throw in just a few of the Granny Smiths in there just to kind of give it like more of that like tartness and that depth of flavor versus just having like all one note. So I'm gonna peel these, I'm gonna slice them up, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I'm just melting a stick of butter in here. I'm going to cook up my apple slices just for a few minutes with the butter and with So I'm gonna put in some brown sugar and some cinnamon. So just to kind of get like the juices out of the apples. And then once we have done that, I'll show you the next step here. So I'm gonna toss in my brown sugar and my cinnamon, give that a good stir. Apples have been cooking for, I would say, probably 6-ish minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in the flour. This is about, I think, a 1/4 cup of flour. So I'm gonna just mix that in, and then I'm going to let this cook for another 5 to 6 minutes. And meanwhile, while this is cooking, I'm going to prepare the crumble topping. I've got brown sugar, flour, some salt and cinnamon, and some melted butter. Go over our apple mixture.
Wow, holy cow. That looks great.
Gonna go in the fridge.
Exactly what we want.
And we're gonna bake it on Thanksgiving Day. Yay. It's ice coming down.
When I was looking, I was like, I just want to be down, flat, no stuff.
I just finished my walk this morning with the ladies, and it was so pretty outside, snowing, and we had just a really great long walk. So today, what I'm doing is I'm prepping my mashed potatoes for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving Day. And so I've already peeled my potatoes. They're just kind of sitting in water just to make sure that they don't get brown. And I'm going to slice those up and then boil them. And I've got my water boiling here. I'm gonna make sure to salt the water. And I'm just gonna get the mashed potatoes done, ready, so that way tomorrow I could just reheat them in the oven. And in about an hour and a half, in an hour and a half, I'm heading over to a neighbor's house because she has invited a bunch of us ladies in the neighborhood to make our pies. So I think I had mentioned in my last video, I'm not sure, but she's got a commercial kitchen. A lot of the ladies in the neighborhood are ordering pie crusts from her. Or you can just take your ingredients to her kitchen and she is going to show us how to make our pies. So I'm taking a couple things like my pie dish, measuring spoons. I'm gonna take like a bowl with like my ingredients and a rolling pin. And I'm gonna take my blueberries because I'm making blueberry pie. I've already made my apple crumble pie, which you guys saw. And so, yeah, I'm just getting ready. I think today I will be pretty much done with like my portion of things. Jeff is he just made his Jell-O. I don't think it's in this fridge. No, it's not in this fridge. It's in the other fridge. He made his Jell-O. He has the bread prepping for stuffing. So he's just drying that out. And then he's gonna make his homemade rolls, which I'm stoked about because we're doing homemade garlic herb rolls that are gonna be yummy. So that is what's on the agenda for the next hour to an hour and a half is I'm gonna boil up my potatoes, make mashed potatoes. I will show you guys what I do. I just saved this new recipe that is like a garlic herb mashed potato recipe. I've never made it before, but I love how, like, when you go to a restaurant, those mashed potatoes that you get that are like garlicky and like herb infused and like ultra creamy, like that's kind of what I'm striving for. So we'll see how it turns out. While I'm waiting for my water to boil, I am making the cream milk mixture that's going to go into our mashed potatoes. So this is 4 tablespoons of butter. I threw in about 5 to 6 cloves of garlic, some rubbed sage. I use this. I wasn't able to find fresh sage, but if you can, I would use fresh instead of the dried sage. But I used a little bit of this and then a couple sprigs of fresh thyme that I was able to find at the store. So that is gonna heat up and I'm gonna throw in my potatoes and let that boil. Okay, I put in that milk and cream mixture and some creme fraiche. This is what the creme fraiche looks like. It's basically sour cream, but it's a lot creamier. So I'm just browning some butter with some sage and I'm going to fold that into the mashed potatoes and then I'm gonna put it in my serving dish. We're here at the commercial kitchen and we're going to make some pie.
You don't pull a Gordon Ramsay, look for the dirtiest thing and put it on.
No. Stunning. Fun, 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 fun.
So what's your name? Megan. Megan. Yeah. Nice to meet you. And are these your girls? These are my girls. This is Claire. She's a junior.
A little bigger. See how it's staying mostly round because it started out round. And of course it's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Just want to roll it out. And lots of people have lots of kind of tricks. There's all kinds of tools you can use to do this so that it's
This is so you guys can eat it tomorrow at our dinner. Okay, you remember how to do this?
What you making?
Making some margarita mix.
Nice. Woohoo! My favorite
Probably.
for Thanksgiving. Cheers!
Cheers!
Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving. Utah Thanksgiving.
Yes, first
really
Thanksgiving
see the
in Utah. Woohoo! Happy Thanksgiving! Cheers!
Oh, this is a little toasty on the
Sounds
bottom.
great. Gorgeous.